few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her 2 very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli.
Oh,
Almost
kitty.
immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Oh. Dude, okay. If your cat, if your animal is looking at something in your house, right, and there's nothing there, and they're reacting in a very hostile and like, get the fuck out of my territory, or like borderline terrified way, you sell the fucking place and you move again. Airplane ears. Oh yeah, bro is not having it. Kitty is not having it.
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this. Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something
sleeping in his
happens that
bed right
makes
now.
Rosanna's blood run cold.
Why are you focused on trying to turn it off when everything is fucking opening around you? Grab your fucking cat, grab your child if the child is in the fucking house, and leave! Leave, woman! You piss me off! Girl! Leave, you piss me off. Oh my fucking god.
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats,
the way the door
"Mama,"
opens
over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't.
If the ghost is gonna mess with the radio, it better put on something good for music.
After this absolutely
Put on like
terrifying
old
experience,
bangers from the
Rosanna
60s or
decides to
something.
share her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help. In fact, it just gets much
Kitty!
worse.
Why do you have that? Fuck you. 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 Oh my god. The way it stops and corrects itself to look directly at her. If I'm in this situation, I'm just straight up like ending it. I'm sorry. Oh my god. It's like turning to look at. The fucked up eyes make it creepier. Don't zoom in on that bitch. Oh my god. You know, it was a mistake watching these videos when I'm so close to like going to sleep.
The head of a dressing mannequin that
Do you ever see those identified things, indented things you put near a window and it makes it look like they're always watching you? Indented. Oh my god, my brain didn't fucking. Oh, indented. No. Actually, yeah, I have. It's like that, like the paintings that have like the optical illusion. It looks like they're looking at you at all times. Yeah,
Rosanna's head
something
for
like that.
years moves on its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room.
I don't want
Rosanna
to see that
feels that
again.
the apartment is no longer safe for her children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling.
And then my 8th grade science teacher had one for Albert Einstein and I thought it was
in the
cool.
hallway, just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Why do you still live here?
Loli.
Fuck no. Why you got it? Why? No.
Laisse-moi. Loli. Oui, Loli.
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously
No.
ill and spent the rest of the night throwing up.
No.
She says she is absolutely convinced that the old apartment she bought is haunted.
Oh my
by
god,
a
I don't even
demon.
want to look at that.
For
I don't
now,
even want to
she
look at
stays in a
that.
hotel with her cat until she can hopefully afford to move somewhere else. She says she's currently seeking legal action against the people who sold her that apartment. It's around 11:30 at night and Jocelyn is working in a smoke shop in central Alabama when she hears a noise coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking self and I hear
Just happened to pants in the mirror twice for no reason. I know. That's why I like kind of was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck, bro?
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back.
Chill's
After
Arts, the
posting the video
convenience store.
online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when
Not
the
the
store is
weed
closed
costs.
and empty, this happens. At around 4 in the morning, a ladder falls over by itself and a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs.
I have had to work overnight at a gas station. Let me tell you, this was always a thought in my head while working.
Now,
I could
Jocelyn
never do
says that she
overnights.
was so shaken up that she has no
You're-
intentions
okay.
of...
Here's the thing. For me, right? Once the sun goes down, I'm not leaving the fucking house. If anybody wants me to leave the house for anything, they're gonna have to fucking drive me. I'm not leaving the fucking house. Unless like it is a life-threatening emergency or like it's just like an overall like critical emergency, I am not leaving the fucking house. I have overnight stories. I work overnight. Absolutely not. I could never. Part-time overnight. See, even with part-time, you could never catch me doing that, especially if I'm supposed to close a store of my own. Granted, with the job I currently work, sometimes they have us do like overnight stock. And then there's like the guaranteed like 40 hours like for the 2 weeks, and then like, you know, you have other people there. Like, yeah, sure, I would do it then because at least I have other people there, so I'm not going crazy and I'm not by myself. But I am not doing that by myself. Absolutely not. Let me know if you want to hear them some other day. Spoofiest thing was when the power went out. Absolutely not. See, the power goes out, my flashlight goes on, I'm leaving. Not only overnight, not only gas station, not only on busy highway road, also in a slightly bad neighborhood in Florida. My wife worried for me a lot. Oh no. Ugh. Ugh.
Ever returning to work at the store and might actually just quit her job. But
Dude,
is
I would
this
quit
real
too.
paranormal activity caught on camera? She just quit her job. But is this real paranormal
Like, that ladder was perfectly upright. There was nothing. There was no way it's gonna tip over. It was obviously like pulled or something.
activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Too close for comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend get together one night to investigate Jared's own house in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced
Like, if Convenience Store Graveyard years ago was in the more tweaky area, but most of the alcoholics just wanted their booze and
some
junk food.
creepy, unexplained
True.
events in the house. So Jared's brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs
Oh, not
area to see if the
Blackpool.
camera maps out any strange figures.
Ew.
But then something
Bro's
happens
tweaking.
that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Ooh.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Just have a look around the room, Dave. You never know. I mean, we caught some orbs in here last time I was up here.
Yeah,
Weird.
I'm hoping to see some of
Yeah.
there.
You never know.
We're back.
Stuck on two of the K2 meter.
K2, what was
Yeah,
that?
we've got Jeb behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like hiding behind
Yeah,
my
what
hands
we
right
do.
now.
we just keep
Yeah,
going
so
past
look
and see.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Ew, ew, ew,
Did I just see something
Ew.
on my imaginary?
ew,
I don't know, let's go.
ew, ew, ew,
What the
ew,
hell? I
ew,
don't know. It was,
ew, 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 ew,
to
ew,
me it
ew.
looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick,
That was-
really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out
Ew.
from behind the door to the
That's
hallway.
ew.
Going past and see.
Ew, no, I don't want to see it again.
The group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation as to
They want a
what
little kiss with
this
those donkey teeth, brother. Ew, ew, stop.
Antoine's restaurant. Isabel Riley recently
Ugh.
told a very creepy story online and followed it up with
I'm
one of the
putting my
creepiest
nightlight on
pictures
tonight.
you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory.
Just the
I was
face.
at a company-
Here's the thing. I have a fear of waking up, seeing my closet door open in the middle of the night, and seeing a white face looking at me. It's not just a face for me.
get together with my CEOs, my coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. We've all looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's. New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city, one of the oldest restaurants, I believe, in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail. It is a really well-established place, has been around forever. So he's dining at this restaurant and he is offered a tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection.
I think I've seen this.
CEO takes pictures of
If I have a relative in the afterlife haunting me like that and I die and find out they're catching hands, yeah.
guy on his laptop.
Some cask of
Doesn't think
Amontillado,
anything
is
of
it? I have
doesn't
no
see
idea.
anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress.
Absolutely
And
not.
When I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think.
I'm so
We need
bothered by the
scary
face.
videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5,
Oh,
send
I
it
thought
to
the
me at
video was
leakstop5
over.
at
Oh, we still
gmail.com.
have like
Bye,
10 more
Felicia.
minutes.
One night, Felicia Hall is out on her back deck playing with her dog when things get
Oh my god,
weird.
Prince! Hi, Papa! Welcome back from your nap! You awake, honey? What's up, Papa? Why continue meowing at me? Papa! What? Oh my god, this cat. Even the dog's like, what you screaming for? I got the ball. What you screaming for?
Out of nowhere, Felicia hears something that sounds like someone whispering right in her ear. Something that says,
I think my
"Get
cat
out."
finally woke up from his nap from my, like he was taking a nap in my bed.
As you can tell in the video, Felicia is absolutely terrified and screams and hurries back inside, leaving her dog to wonder what just happened. So did Felicia get an angry supernatural warning? You decide.
In the case of someone hacking the camera. I don't know, I think it'd be a lot louder if it was the camera.
Revenants and renovations.
Revenants?
A man who works as a nurse at the
No.
IMSS hospital in Manzanillo, Mexico was taking a tour of the recently renovated Clinic Number 10. Now, the old hospital was built in 1932 and has seen its share of death and suffering for over 90 years. So, the nurse is filming with his phone as he walks through the renovated clinic.
Concha su madre, boy. Don't show this dark part of the fucking... The camera's struggling to focus. Hijo de perra? Don't you dare. Nope.
Later, when he reviews
Nope.
his footage of the
Nope.
old hospital, he
Nope.
spots something that
Nope, I
sends
saw
a
it. I'm
chill
not looking
down
at it
his
again.
spine.
I saw it, I'm not
Something
looking at it
resembling
again.
a small pale face can be seen peeking around the corner in Clinic Number 10. The man
I'm
is
not
shocked.
looking at it
He
again.
says that he never noticed this strange face
Nope.
while filming.
Nope.
The man's aunt posted his
Nope.
video to the internet,
Not
and
looking.
many viewers believe
Not
that he
looking.
might have captured the spirit of a
Absolutely
patient
not.
who passed away at
Nope.
the old hospital.
Nope. Nope.
Unearthed.
No.
This next creepy story has been going viral and actually made
No.
international news. So, TikTok user
Hospitals, churches, graveyards, anywhere that happens always gets haunted.
Katie Santry
Yeah,
from
always
Columbus,
gets
Ohio,
haunted.
woke up one morning to find that things in her home office seem to have been mysteriously moved around.
I think my house is haunted and I'm freaking out. Like, I'm literally shaking. This is my sunroom. This is where I work. I sit here every day. There's a playroom here, doors here. This is the space. I worked in here last night until about 6:30. Everything was fine. Shut my laptop. We closed these doors so the dogs don't come in here at night. No one is in this room. I'm down this morning to work. The screen shattered. This stuff down here. This hanging off. Here's the next bit of important information. So we're building a fence. And back here, we dug a hole. there is a rolled up carpet buried underground that we came across as we were digging this hole. Rolled up carpet. Who the and why the is there a rolled up carpet underground?
Katie shares her strange story online, and viewers suggest that there just might be something more buried in the yard.
Friends,
Inside that rug.
he's just staring at me with
How
his
deep
big
is that? Like
stupid
at least
eyes.
2 feet?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, right now.
At the intense urging of thousands of video commenters, Katie decides to call the police to check out the rug. Just in case.
Oh, there. Yeah, I see that. It's the tassel of it. It's like the end
Bubs.
of
Carpet is usually dead pet. Some people either bury their pet in like a light cloth or just straight up just put the body in there and just cover it up. I don't think people bury their pets in carpets.
carpets. Wow.
I was just say it's not, you know, 6 feet long.
Oh yeah, no, there's just something like weird.
Now, Katie says that she thinks the rug is a bit strange, but she doesn't really think it's anything suspicious. That is until Columbus detectives arrive at her house with cadaver-sniffing dogs.
Cadaver-sniffing dogs. He's signaling. They're signaling.
My God.
Two cadaver dogs both signal and sit on the area where the rug was found, indicating that the dogs believe that there is a body
Ew.
there. And this is when Katie's casual story about a paranormal haunting and a buried rug starts to get a bit out
If
of
the
control.
ghost source was found,
In fact,
perhaps.
Katie's story becomes international
Oh
news.
my fucking god.
In a series of videos garnering millions of views, Katie Santry shared she may have discovered a body buried in a rug in her yard.
The entire thing blew up on TikTok this week.
The investigation stemming from social media. Police in Columbus saw a woman's TikTok showing she and her husband found this rug buried in her yard. She reached out to police. Well, police showed up with cadaver dogs.
Even after the first dog sat, I really didn't think the second dog was going to do it too. I thought maybe it was just an accident. And when the second dog did it too, I freaked out.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Understandably, Katie is completely
Is that how they sound in the
overwhelmed as the team arrives at her property to
I don't know, I guess.
This is crazy. Okay.
It might not mean anything yet.
Okay.
Wait and see what.
I don't remember what state already. They said it like probably 3 times. I don't know.
Oh my f***ing god. So homicide is here and missing persons, and now CSI is bringing the shovels out.
This is concerning.
I can see a news camera set up.
Sounds
over there.
Midwestern, definitely.
Okay, they're digging. They've been digging, and there's 6 of them.
Bubba.
Some of them are in the hole.
Katie's viewers watch and wait for hours as the homicide team carefully digs out and examines pieces of the stained carpet.
You guys, they have recovered the hole, and this has been the most absurd, insane experience of my life. What did they find? No, they didn't find a body. They found a mother effing rug with some rubber. The question remains of why did the dogs hit? I don't know. Both dogs, not just 1, 2. I don't know. The other question remains.
Can't tell you to watch spoopy vids because it's gonna Ouija board. I don't have a Ouija board. My mom would not let that shit come 10 miles close to the fucking house. I'll tell you that much. My mom is a Catholic woman. She heavily believes that the Ouija board is the work of the devil. Like she would not let that shit anywhere near the house.
Is who broke my laptop?
So, Katie is happy with the news that the Columbus homicide team has not found anything suspicious buried with the rug. But viewers that followed Katie's story and even some news reporters are just not completely convinced.
Okay, so the update is they took the rug.
Okay.
Police did. They did not find a body yet.
Yeah, what do you mean yet?
Because the dog's marked on the rug, so there has to have been a body at some point.
I don't believe for a second they didn't find
Cracking
anything
knuckles?
in that rug.
Yes.
Not for a single second. I think she was posting too much about it, so they decided not to tell her what they found. Or, because they took it away for forensics, it was a murder on the rug, no body. I don't believe for a second there was nothing on that rug.
You know, true, that could, because blood, regardless of it's in the body or not, it does start rotting. Blood is the reason why your body rots a lot faster, because your blood starts rotting and then the body starts getting affected by it. That's why when you go into like a funeral home, and you get embalmed and stuff, they drain you of blood and replace it with something else.
So even though police say the rug was fine,
At least
there's
that's what I
still
think
some
it happened.
skepticism and some outright conspiracy theories about that rug.
So she could be right that the murder was on the rug and the dog smelled the rotting blood on the rug. Holy shit, so much sounds the same. The English language is a fucking anomaly. But it could be that the dog smelled blood on the rug.
But what do you think? Alone? Matty Magarachi says that his house in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted.
One of my youth ministers back in church used to say your loved ones aren't the only ones on the other side.
Matty
Exactly.
has been posting about the strange activity in his home for over 4 years. One night, Matty is home alone with his dogs when strange things start to happen.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, one thing I have to notice is why this man's lips so plump? Why your lips so plump? Anyway. New Jersey.
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone in the house. And something else happens that makes his blood run cold.
The f is that? What the f was that?
So these are just a
Ew.
couple of the many videos that Matty has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be that Matty's house is actually haunted by
Ew.
something? Or is it
Barn
all
owl, that does
just
not look like a
very
barn owl.
elaborate hoax? You decide.
Ew. Okay. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight. I know that for a fact.